What do Aereheads? Welcome back for your Monday update. I'm Aere, and look, I posted this morning. I said 2 large bid zones have disappeared. So you can see it right here, right? This thick level of liquidity here got completely pulled this morning. This thick level of liquidity here got completely pulled this morning, weakening and setting up the institutions for a play to the downside. And I said that we're headed lower, it seems, today, unless those orders come back in, and they didn't. And we came down for it, just boom, 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 boom. So shortly after they disappeared, these orders disappeared, the price moved. And look, I mean, it started at about 25.7, right? There's my entry. Average entry price, 25,695. I'm up 44.43%, up about $15,000 on a Monday. You have got to pay attention to these liquidity levels. When you see them get pulled like this, that is these institutions setting up for a move. That's also why it's important to have something. If you use Bookmap, great. If you don't use Bookmap and you use another liquidity platform, fine. However, Bookmap does not keep the historical data or enough of it in most cases. So if it wasn't running overnight, for example, and you sat down and looked at it, you wouldn't have seen that liquidity get pulled. Sometimes you need to have an extra liquidity program, trading light, trading different, something where you can actually see the historical data. Bookmap is a streaming, straight, real-time report straight from the exchanges. So for me, for trading, that is best. However, it doesn't give you the historical side of things. That's why I pulled the liquidity data from fire charts here to where you can see it. It's historical and it's not updated all the time, right? I think it's like every 5 minutes or something like that it's updated. But you can see there, plain as day, liquidity being pulled. So we're going to break it down. Bitcoin price today. We're going to look at some alts, take a look at some few news items, and try to figure out where we're headed next. So appreciate you guys. Do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Discord.gg/alpha-air. Hop on in if you like this content, and let's just get into the video. So Bitcoin dropped. Where do we head next? Well, one thing I'm watching is this bear flag that could be potentially forming here. If we take our measured move, right? So from the impulse down, we could be looking at about that $24,500 level, which actually coincides with the thickest level of liquidity in our current range. And we blasted through 25,000, no problem. That was thicker than it is at 24,500 right now. So we're going to continue to watch this for a potential breakdown. Look at the 4-hour chart here. Stochastic RSI is coming down. VWAP, money flow, everything pointed to the downside here. We are well underneath the every moving average, 21, 50, 100, 200. So we're still in a bearish posture. However, I am not counting out another trap. So here you can see when we had that big green candle back here on the 29th of August, the market flipped. The market flipped from short, as you can see down here on the very, very bottom left, to long. So people piled in. They piled in at the top. These are your retail traders, your dumb money. And then what happened? The market got dumped. If you remember from my video talking about smart money and price action concepts in my trading TA series, me and you, retail traders, cannot make the price go up and down like this. The only people that can make the price go up and down like that are people trading millions and billions of dollars worth of assets. These trading houses out here that they're the ones making this price move. And then it's the same thing, right? People long this bottom here, then it's short, it's long, short. And it's the same thing that happened here recently. The market went long again. And then what happened? The institutions chased those out. They pulled their bids, right? Which I showed you from that I posted in Discord this morning. They pulled their bids and then just stomped them out. They hunted the shorts. And remember, smart money got in here for this short to the downside. They didn't get in the middle here. If you missed this ride, just hope that, you know, you can maybe find an entry right here. But that move's over, man. Like I'm in my short right now. I'm holding it. My stop loss, I don't think is actually set right now, but I'm going to set it. I'm watching it right out the left side of my eye, out of my peripherals. But, you know, this potentially has the potential to break down. It also has the potential to go up. Like I said, we could see people again long here and the price to go up again, right? For everyone to start piling into those longs and then those institutions to drive that price down even lower. But right now, it looks like we are headed lower. Looks like this bear flag could potentially break to the downside. That's what I'm anticipating and looking for today, but I'm not counting out another move for this liquidity sitting up here at the top at about 25,700-ish. Remember, follow and do what the whales do. You don't have to be a whale to swim with them. That's my mantra on this channel here, right? We saw that liquidity get pulled. I posted it in Discord. I said we're probably heading lower today. My conviction was that we're heading lower today. That's why I entered into a short position. You know, now up $14,800. Not a bad Monday. I was just listening to the markets, right? Now, you're not going to always see that on those moves on fire chart. You might see it somewhere else. You might see it with the whale CVDs, right? So typically, I bet you we can. Let's go look at the whale CVDs right now. Let's look at the spot CVDs. And we can probably see it, right? You can. I mean, you take a look at right here, right? It started coming down right here. The whale CVDs started going down. The market makers were going up, and so was the small orders. I mean, look at that, right? Whales, large spot orders. These are $1 million plus orders. These aren't even the largest orders, right? This is just $1 million plus orders. We're selling, right? Look at this when the sell happened, what these market makers, the algos were doing, and what the small spots were doing behind my head here. They were buying. They were doing the opposite of what the whales were doing. At the end of the day, and this is a very general statement, it doesn't matter what these guys do. It matters what the whales and the large spots do. And you take a look at the CVD, you can see where the selling started and where the price breakdown started. You can see these giant sell wicks on the spot orders right here, right? Boom. And you can see what the market makers were doing. They were buying, and so were the small spot orders. I don't know what to tell you. It was all seen. So we're going to continue to watch. And when I say we, I mean me. And if I see it, you know, I'll post it. But continue to watch these charts, see if new liquidity comes in. If liquidity gets pulled, continue to watch these CVD lines. I mean, it looks like right now we're kind of ticking down a little bit, but the overall trend is up. Whales mostly chopping sideways right now. Watching and waiting, seeing what the middle's doing so they can gobble them up. Pretty much it for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at a couple of news items here. So would you like to subscribe to notifications? No thanks. FTX is holding $3.5 billion in crypto and is seeking permission from the bankruptcy courts to liquidate them. Now, I wish they would have done this a lot sooner because this is worth a fraction of what it was worth even a month ago, as altcoins have just been bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And so the bankrupt former crypto exchange holds $3.5 billion in assets, including more than $1.1 billion in Solana. Their second biggest holding is Bitcoin at 500 million as of August 31st prices, while ETH comes in at about $200 million. In addition to the bankrupt estates, has 41 million in WBTC, 37 million in WETH, wrapped Bitcoin, 118 million in XRP, and then the remaining 1 billion in 400 other crypto and tokens. In a hearing to be held this Wednesday, the court will be asked for permission to sell these assets to protect them from volatility risks. So Galaxy Asset Management will be used to carry out the sale in addition to hedging strategies and even staking. In a proposed plan filed with the court, the sale will be limited to 50 million for the first week, 100 for the weeks after, and 200, so on and so forth. Now, I don't know that this will directly, the sales themselves, I do not think will directly affect the price of these assets. However, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt from selling this off probably will a little bit. You're probably going to see these institutions, these whales, these killer whales out here take advantage of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding these sales. Most of these sales are probably going to be done OTC, over the counter, right? Directly with exchanges. It's not like FTX is going to load up a Coinbase account and sell, right? They're going to be dealing with the exchanges directly. It's not going to affect the price. But like I said, the FUD surrounding this and the sentiment could. SBS lawyers request pretrial release citing poor internet connection. Poor SBF. He has to be like every other prisoner. So his bail was revoked on August 11th after he was found to be trying to contact witnesses in the case and malign witness credibility. So he's saying, I don't know why he needs to prepare for his trial. It's his lawyers who need to prepare. It seems like every day they're coming up with a new reason to the judge to try to get him released. Keep him in there. Hackers took control of Vitalik Buterin's X account, Twitter account. It leads to $700,000 stolen. About 3/4 of those assets were stolen in the form of NFTs. And there's some big NFTs, guys. Let me, why did he delete? There we go. So CryptoPunks, Meridians, Miladies, Consortium Keys, Meebits, Gremlins, Cool Cats, lots of others. This escalated very, very quickly. This just goes to show that even some of the smartest people we know aren't that smart. Why he would not have some kind of two-factor authentication that wasn't his phone number or email address, right? To have this much, to have this big of an account, to have as much assets that I'm sure this guy has, and to not use some kind of YubiKey. You do not do two-factor authentication of your phone number or email. Use a hardware, use a YubiKey like me, or use, at very, very least, some kind of two-factor authentication program. But obviously, lots of people wrecked in this hack. If it seems to be too good to be true, it probably is. Pretty much it news-wise today, guys. Jamie Dimon coming up, flip-flopping again this week. Last week he was bullish. This week he's bearish again, saying that there's lots of economic worries. War in Ukraine, housing crisis, interest rates higher for longer. Say next 12, 18 months could be rough. Just checking in on Bitcoin real quick before we hop into some alts, and you can see we're holding up in this flag pattern pretty well right now. So we've been watching total market cap 3 on this channel for a while now. We've been in the descending wedge pattern. I mean, really going back to that market top of in 2021. We're also just been bleeding a lot harder than Bitcoin has, right? I mean, the total market cap of alt since that top is down about 72% right now. If you don't know what this is the market cap of altcoins. This is the total market cap of crypto minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So perspective-wise, Bitcoin's down about 60% since the top. So 10%. That's not huge, but it's not small too. But there's a lot of altcoins who have bled 90%, 95%, 97%. Not to mention we're inflated right now on the total 3 market cap because there's way more coins now than there was in 2021. Let's get into some altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at what's trending. But as always, I do post a lot of alt call plays in Discord. Did this morning, Unfi, DYDX, Aere. Oof, that's a tough one there. XRD down 17% since I posted that it was coming down over the weekend. Rune down like 8% since I talked about the supply zone that it was being in. PERP is down 40%. PERP is down 40% since I posted this on Friday. So when I posted PERP on Friday, we were in this supply zone up here. You can see rejected, rejected, rejected. Since that call, right? I mean, if you want to take it from the top to the bottom, that's 50%. That's a 250% win. A lot of people are looking to double their money, right? Or looking for that next 10 or 100 times coin. Like, I'm giving you the alpha. You know, what I don't want you guys to do is just take these plays blindly. But when I'm posting these quick little blurbs like this, backtest me. More often than not, they're playing out, guys. I'm pimping it one more time. Discord.gg/alpha-aire. Hop on in. So PERP is catching support right now. We're catching support. I mean, this looks like the Eiffel Tower right here, right? So if we can't hold this, I mean, you missed it, right? You missed your short opportunity. It was when I said it was up here. Now, this is the next level we need to watch. If we come under here, retest it, we're probably coming down and grabbing this liquidity down here. But this is going to be some pretty strong support here, here, here. So we have some potential for a bounce here. Let's go to like a 30-minute chart and see. We might have already gotten that bounce, right? We might come up and grab this liquidity here, but this play, you missed it. So FTX and Sol is trending, right? Everyone's freaking out, like I said, over those possible liquidations. They're trying to liquidate a bunch of Solana, and like I mentioned, the direct sales won't affect the price, but all the FUD will. And Sol having a tough go at it. I mean, let's go to the weekly chart. You want to talk about those coins that have bled a lot since the top? Well, Sol is one of them. There's our top 95%, ladies and gentlemen. 93.24%. It's down from the top. The FUD's only going to increase. The FUD's only going to get stronger as we get closer to closer. If you see that FTX gets approved to liquidate their Sol, you're going to see this drop. I'm targeting right now about a 16-ish dollar, 16.168, around there for another drop. That's going to be a level that I'm going to watch. The next one, 15.57, and then we're looking at possibly a $14. 1345 I have on there, when we could be talking like a single digit Sol again before this is all said and done, because altcoins aren't done bleeding yet. 15.468 is the bottom of this big liquidity grab that's on here. We'll probably visit that soon. Add is another one I've been following. If you see that I got raindrops on me, I'm just moving my sprinkler outside, just ignore them and on my face. lost that 25 cent level, which was a key, huge psychological level. We're targeting like a 17.5 or a 15 cent ADA right now. I mean, that's what it's looking like. We're going to come down in here. If you're an ADA fan, you want to scoop up some cheap ADA, I mean, this is going to go up in the bull run. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, this is going to be a fire sale if we get down here. But this is going to be the measured move breakdown from this strong trend line that we were in, right? You take the measured move here, put it here. I mean, we're talking 17, 18 cent ADA, and really I'm targeting the kind of 15 cent. We're targeting these levels, right? We're targeting this top here and this previous top here. I think that's gonna do it for me for today, ladies and gentlemen. We got you Bitcoin, showed you what happened before it dropped, showed you how to watch it, a few news pieces, a few altcoin pieces today. I'm gonna continue throughout the day to drop in altcoin plays as I find them and show you guys what I'm watching like I do every single day. If you want an altcoin TA'd, hop in Discord, discord.gg/alpha-air, drop it in the altcoin TA channel, I'll TA it for you. Or if you want one in tomorrow's video, drop it down below and I'll be more than happy to TA it for you guys. So what I'm here to do, appreciate you guys. If you need anything, I'll be in Discord later.